Hey guys, welcome back. Richie here, and as promised, I'm going to show you my finished build of my 16th scale Classy Hobby Stuart tank. So I didn't do a build video series of this one, but a few people asked, and I said I'll come back and give you a quick update how it turned out. Did a review, so it's always nice to follow up that review and kind of talk about how well it went together. So spoiler alert, here she is. So let's go ahead and switch the camera and get started. What's up guys? She's done. Now I'm gonna pick this up once and I'll show some pictures later on because this thing's I don't want to drop the thing or whatever. It's really heavy. It's all plastic but it weighs like a small child. So don't like to hold it without ripping off all the tracks and stuff, but here you go. And the back. There she is. So, I think a couple of guide horns might have broken off, but anyway, so what a cool looking and a cool, awesome kit to build. I mean, wow. I'm an aircraft builder, as you guys know. Don't build much armor. Normally the tracks kind of drive me bananas, but this is probably my kit of the year so far. Who knows? So right here, the Classy Hobby. This is a late M5A1 Stuart light tank, 16th scale. So it's a big boy, but being a light tank, it's not massive, you know, it's reasonable size, you know, it fits on the bench pretty good. So the kit, it was really nice. Yeah, the instructions are a little bit vague, to be honest with you. First thing I did was build the tracks. First thing I did, the whole kit. And I'm glad I did, because I'm really apprehensive, you know, I hate building armor kits and then finding the tracks crumble to pieces when you try to put them on, all that kind of stuff. So I did build all tracks first, and they were workable. I think I posted a blog post on my channel. A lot of pieces, about 300 pieces per track, and each track probably took me about 4 to 6 hours to build. Mainly through my incompetence, because I built them all, and I put the guide horns on the wrong spot, so the wheels wouldn't fit. So I had to like take, luckily with extra thin glue I could unweld it all, so I took off like the 150 guide horns and then glued them all back on again in the right place. So that wasn't ideal, but I guess I know for next time. So if you're building this, the guide horns go on the outside here, not the inside as I did it. Again, instructions are a little bit vague, and all you have for the whole tracks is just that one little diagram right there, and that's it to explain the whole track system. So yeah, it wasn't great, and like I say, I screwed that up a little bit, put them on the wrong spot, and anyway. So what I found was you have a little bit of glue. It's not click fit or anything with the tracks, but as I built the section, it kind of welded and kind of stuck together a little bit. I just kind of like just wiggled it to make it loose and then make it all flexible, and that kind of seemed to work pretty good. So by the time I finished the whole kind of like run and it was all flexible, then I could go ahead and paint it, and then I actually applied it and then glued it on with a little bit of super glue once the track was on. I saw Andy Hobby Headquarters in the build video, and he seemed to put the tracks on behind it and then just pour them over. But with the guide horns and stuff, I didn't see how you could do that without breaking it. So like I said, I just did it as one long strip, easy to paint, and then just kind of tacked them on. And yeah, workable somewhat. I wouldn't move this thing around and push it around the floor or anything, but it's yeah, pretty cool. So that's the tracks. Trying to think what else. Oh, one problem with the kit, I'm going for negatives a little bit here, but there's so many positives, is there's tons of little grab handles, and mostly kind of tools have like little photo etch straps kind of going around the grab handle holding the tool on. The grab handles were so brittle and just weren't attached very well to the sprue. Every single one I cut off just snapped right in half and broke. I tried like clippers, a knife, whatever I could do. The plastic was so brittle it just broke. I couldn't do it. I thought about building my own like little grab handles with wire, and it's just so I just didn't bother in the end. So no grab handles. I don't think it really matters so much for the actual look of the tank. Like I said, that's one negative. Also, the decals. So decals are really good, but you have a decal that goes on here and one that goes on the back on the photo etch on the grill. Now, in real life, you don't have like a solid like star over a grill. So what I did is I sprayed it on, and it looks way better. So let me try one more time and kind of show you. This is where I'm going to drop it in front of everybody. See how much better that looks? I'm holding the light there. See how I sprayed it on? because if you apply a whole decal on a bit of photo etch, it'll look crap. So how I did that was I just got the actual kit decal and I stuck it on a bit of masking tape, like just painter's tape, and with my knife and a ruler, I just literally, it's a pretty geometric shape. I just went through, scored around a decal, cut it out, and then just pulled it off, and it left me with my star. So that's the back one, but the one side was a little bit bigger. Same thing. So the one side, same deal. It's there's a bunch of that stuff on, bunch of all this kind of stuff on the side, and there's no way decal's gonna bed over that. It would look crap. So again, I just sprayed it on. In the field, it'd all be messy and stuff anyway. It wouldn't be perfectly applied. So that's that one. Paint wise, just use bog standard XF62 Tamiya. I didn't really use much paint for the whole thing, believe it. It's a pretty 60 scale tank, but I probably used about 10 mil maybe at that. Probably because I did mix it quite heavily with yellow, almost 50-50, just kind of really lighten it. So I didn't want it super dark, so I lightened it with yellow and it worked pretty good to give a lighter color. And then when I came back with my washes, it then brought it back up to like normal kind of dark color, kind of darkness. I'm kind of lost for words there, but anyway, so painted all with this. You see, we've got some good effects with the painting. I'm just a little post shading and stuff. Again, you see on the back here. You see on the back there how it looks faded and all that kind of stuff. So I managed to get that kind of effect. Looked really good and really happy how it looked. And then let's just get this again in place. I'm not going to touch it again. I'm going to drop it. Then what I did was a couple of things with weathering. I don't want to go crazy with this one. I didn't go crazy with chipping it and mud and pigments, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, I hate pigments. They just get everywhere. So what I did was I applied a pin wash of Abteilon Brown Wash, which is number 80. So I just mixed real thin with enamel thinners and just picked out all the pin washed it, and then around the side I kind of was a little bit more generous, very thin mix. I just kind of threw down the top of the sides here and it just kind of naturally ran down and created that kind of nice effect all over the tank, like rain marks and stuff. So that was pretty simple, just that. And then the only other thing I did was using Grime Flory Models wash, clay wash. For an airbrush, I just sprayed the bottom around the wheels and tracks around the bottom of the tank to create a grimy effect. But to be honest, the colour didn't really show up too well against the olive drab. So what I did, I had to have quite a lot of white, probably more than 50-50 white, probably maybe 60 white to 40 grime to get a really light colour. And I sprayed again, and then again, you can see a little bit, but again, it doesn't really show up too much of the olive drab, this colour. So that was really it for weathering. And then the tracks, just using my old method of just using a Desert Dust Vallejo wash. This is, picked this up from Andy's Hobby Headquarters about 5 years ago or something. This is what he uses, mixed with some pigments. Again, I didn't use any pigments. I just basically dabbed it on the tracks, just create a little bit of subtle weathering. Because again, I don't want to go for a total, like, I know I usually over weather, but this one I kind of liked how I was looking at the post shading and stuff. I didn't want to go too much on it. I just kind of want to keep it more nicer and kind of looking good. So that's kind of what I did pretty much to paint the whole thing, weather it. Again, it looks really good, got tools on it and stuff. Love the 16th scale. But the great thing about this kit is the detail. So you got a lot of plastic in the kit. That box right here is packed full of plastic, but it's all places where you're going to see it. So what I mean by that is there's not stuff way down here you're never going to see. The detail is obviously on the outside and in the turret, and the turret is fully detailed, which is awesome. And so you haven't got a driver's compartment, that kind of stuff for me, which is fine. You're not going to see it. But when you look down here, because I have this open for the gap here, you can see a perfectly detailed turret, and also you can lift it out, which I'll do right now and show you guys. So you can lift it out and see, again, it's fully detailed with the gun and all this bits and bobs around there. I'm not sure how well you can see inside that. There's like some electrical panels and stuff. I used my white Posca pen to pick out the buttons and stuff. Again, I'm not sure how well you're going to see inside that, but yeah, so it comes out. So this has fully detail, which was awesome. But yet, there is nothing, which is good. So for me, it's it's a perfect level of detail, not going to bog you down, lose the mojo and stuff. It just kind of sits back on like that. So that is pretty much it. I mean, I just want to show you guys. I know a few people mentioned about it and wanted to kind of see it and stuff. So here it is. I didn't do a build series because, like I said, Andy Hobby Headquarters did one already. My thing is, if somebody's already done one, I'm not going to bother duplicating other people's work. I just try to do things that people haven't seen before, like some of my 32nd scale aircraft and stuff. And that Meng F-18AE too. Don't think anybody did build a series of that either. So I like to do things a little bit different, create new content for people. So yeah, great kit, highly recommend it. Again, probably my kit of the year. Fantastic. It's not cheap. These were about $100 a year or two ago, now like 140, 150. They're not cheap kits at all, but the 16th scale. This one I probably won't keep. See, I'm not really an armor kind of collector or builder, so this will probably end up going on eBay and stuff and being sold to somebody. I'll go to a good home, hopefully. But yeah, so that's it. So again, quick video, just kind of want to just talk about this build. Again, highly recommend it. Again, Classy Hobbies Stuart tank. This is the late version. You can get an early version too. The early version has some better decal options and stuff, but I don't think it has a hedge trim on the front, which I kind of dig. It kind of adds a little bit of an aggressive look to this tank. Oh, one last thing. When I built this, I found on the website, on Google, I found a great resource. It was some guy who went to Jack Littleton's collection, and he took like literally dozens, if not hundreds of photographs of this, on the interior, on the outside. So I'll post a link to that in the notes below of this video. And if you're building this, want reference material, check it out. There's some pages worth of photographs, which really helped me, especially learning how to paint the inside, because the instructions weren't the greatest with color callouts and stuff. But those pictures were really helped me a lot. So again, appreciate the guy whoever did that, and I'll put a link to his kind of like photo album below. And that is pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I'll be back with the usual videos, and until next time, see you later.